हेलो रजत।
Yeah, hey, hi, folks. Hope you all are doing wonderful today. We be giving it a go now. Share my screen. All right, now what we're gonna do up in here is I will make you all access the Jira and we'll see some project management aspects, right? So let me open my Jira account. I'll tell you which URL you need to be opening up as well. Okay. All right. Can anyone of you share your screen? I already have an account, so anyone of you can share your screen. I can guide one person and others. could simply follow. All right. It's like Garima is sharing her screen. Yes, Arima, we can see your browser. Okay. Now, if you could just write Jira, Jira. Yeah, that's it. Just hit enter. Okay. You can go to this first website. All right, here it is talking about sign up with Google. Yes. Yeah, you can use your Google account. Continue. Now here, everyone, you have to go with some, actually they create an individual domain for every user because now we are talking about using Jira. Now, what Jira is, I'll tell you a little bit later. But they are asking you to create a domain for you, and that domain needs to be, it says, see, Atlassian.net is fixed. Now, here we see Arima SIDD, which is basically a unique name it is making up in here. That's why we see this green tick. So you should be seeing this green tick. If you don't see this green tick and it shows you a red cross, in that case, you can make changes into this name. The way we have here for Arima, it is ARIMASIDD. So you can make some changes here, but do not use any capital letters. Should use only small alphabets and numbers. That is the only thing allowed. Now you can click continue, please. Yeah, you can click on continue, Arima.
Sure.
All right. Okay, here you can go with the first choice, software development. You can select all, it's fine. They have recently revamped everything. This is the cloud version of Jira that we are going to use.
Rajat, while it's loading, I might not take tomorrow's class because of Eid.
Oh, yes. I do.
Is there a makeup class for that?
Yes, Monday I'll be taking a review of whatever we had discussed in this week. Yeah,
Okay. Okay, thank you.
right. Now you can say not familiar, Autumn. And actually we have to put up a project name here, but that's okay. Click on get started. All right, it has given you this. Wonderful. That is not required. Bottom right corner,
Mm-hmm.
dismiss quick start. Dismiss quick start. Bottom right corner. Oh, okay, good. We are looking here. All right. On the left side, it shows you my Scrum project, left pan. If you go to three dots right after this, yeah, delete this. We don't need this. We'll create from fresh. Yeah, move it. All right. Now, you see that projects and there's a plus sign. Can I
Mm-hmm.
hit that, please? Yes. So here you have to pick up Scrum, first one,
Mm-hmm.
and use template. Click on use template. Yes, if you can scroll down to the bottom, go with the purple one, team managed. Yes, team managed, purple one. There is a button
This one?
at the bottom. Yes, purple button at the bottom.
Oh,
Yes. Okay, now here you have to give it a name. You can say
practice.
healthcare. Sorry.
I
Yeah.
was just saying practice project maybe.
Yeah, you can say practice, but let's just make it look a little bit real. You say healthcare management. That's it. Access. Click onto that access. You can say open. Okay, now everyone, see what we're doing from here is as and when you're logging in, and this is like, oh, you all have to follow these steps, which we just did with Arima. And in this particular case, what we have here is we have we are creating a Scrum project onto Jira. Now, what Jira is basically an agile project management software, right? Where it's not just about development or programming. No. Here, you can manage an agile project. And whatever we had learned so far in this training about a little bit of agile and software development life cycle, that's what we are going to experience here from a project management perspective, right? So you should be seeing these details like healthcare management. And you can see here that it is showing a key field, which is automatically populated HM, right? So basically, this key field is whatever artifacts would be there related to this healthcare management project, right? You can even write healthcare management. Just try writing project after the management space. Yeah, management space project. You see, now it becomes HMP. So the key field is being populated automatically based on to what you're typing in your project name. It takes the first initial of every word that you're typing here in the project name and is making it as a key. It's not that it's going to be fixed. You can modify this key while creating the project itself. If you want, you can make it like HM or let's say if Rima is creating the project, you can say AHM, something like that you can create. That's not going to be an issue because what actually this key field is whatever artifacts now, let's say backlogs, sprints, right? All of those will be having a prefix with this key. So let's say you're creating a backlog. So your backlog number one would be HMP01 or HMP1, right? So that wherever you see that backlog, wherever you see that user story, wherever you see that sprint, you will be able to identify that, okay, this sprint, this backlog belongs to this healthcare management project. That's how it is. This up in here. Okay, now we're going to say create project. Click on create project, please. All right. Uh, that is okay. We don't need this.
Can we add you just so you can see what we are doing?
It's okay. We can give it a shot. But I do have that.
Or maybe each other. So like if
You guys
suppose
can try. You guys can try that. Yes. But it would ask for the email to be put up in here. Let's just see what are the roles available there. Or you can just type in a name. Let's say if you type Parth or Rahul or Amandeep, any name. Yes.
Can you spell your last name?
No, that's okay. Rahul is fine. We have only one Rahul here. If you could look into the roles, what are the roles available? Or it's going to search for Rahul then.
Yeah, it's not letting me do anything.
Yeah, because we need to create a team out of this. That's okay.
Hmm.
That's
Uh,
okay.
I can still give you my last name if you need it.
So let's try it. Yeah.
Okay, it's Rahul, and then it's Jaiswar.
No, but we search for that as a user in the team where Arima is, which we don't have. That's okay. Is it
Okay.
showing you any button down the line or something?
It's showing me to skip it.
Yeah, then you can skip it. All right. Now see, when you will create a project, everyone, you will be directed to the board. Now, earlier it used to be all these options that we're seeing in here, healthcare management project on top. And then we have summary, timeline, backlog, board, calendar, list, forms, goals, all work. These are all the tabs that we are seeing in here. Earlier it used to be on left side in the pan, but now they have made it like a tab-like approach, which is fine. But we would not start with the board. We would start with the third option, which is backlog. Yes, yes, that's where we're going to start. All right. So I will be taking the control now. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Rima, for volunteering to guide everyone that, okay, this is how you could be going with that up in here. Wonderful. Now, what I'll do is I would share my screen. And I need all of you to be here. What you're seeing on Arima screen in here. Just share. All right. So as you can see, I do have a lot of projects. Let's just create one more. See, I am creating a project in front of you. I just went with this. See, made for you is actually basically based on to the choices that you would have picked up while creating a Jira account. It's going to show you this. Okay. But if you are not able to find out Scrum, you can always check that in the software development. Okay. In software development, it will tell you Kanban and Jira. Kanban we'll discuss in our upcoming sessions. And you go to the Scrum and you say use template. And you say select a team manage. And that's where you would be. Okay. Now you're going to give it a name. So you guys would have given this as HEALTH, healthcare management. Project, right? Scrum, Jira, open here. So it would create a project for me, right? I am not going to invite anyone now. I also landed at the same section, that is board. We will come to the board, but first we'll go to the backlog. Now, if you remember, if you remember in this document, right, when we first start, we go with a sprint planning. But before you start with your sprint planning, because in the sprint planning, product owner and BAs are already coming up with this product backlog document. So we need to first prepare this product backlog. Now here, primarily, but yeah, before I jump onto this, can I get a quick confirmation that you all are already here? Amandeep, Parth, and Rahul, you guys are there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, great. Rahul is here. What about you, Parth, Amandeep? Because I need to make sure that we all are on the same page.
Uh, Give me few minutes. Like I'm on my way, so I will let you know
Okay,
when I will.
sure. But if you face any difficulty, please do let me know. Okay?
Okay, no worries. Yep.
Right. Wonderful.
Um,
Yes,
so I'm trying to, right now I'm on a page where, because,
if you could see your screen, I can quickly guide you.
cool. Share screen. So, share. It's not letting me share the screen. Hold on. There we go. Hold on. Continue to use camera. The site will able to see contents of your screen. This one, Chrome tab, window, entire screen. It won't let me share my screen for some strange reason.
Is it?
The share button stays gray. It doesn't.
Okay, no. Like, can you put up that screenshot in the chat? What you're seeing right now?
Let's see. Okay, Scrum. Select a team managed project.
Yeah, team managed project, and it should be showing you.
So the name is what was the name again?
Healthcare management project. Yes, healthcare management project. You can see that on my screen.
Once I do the healthcare management project, the template I would do is Scrum, right?
Yeah,
It
Scrum.
won't
Yes.
choose an access level, private, under key.
Under key, you can select open.
Create project.
Now, if you can hit that to create, you may be redirected to the board.
Okay. It says I can't start screen sharing while other participant is sharing.
Yeah, because I'm sharing. Can you try that now?
Same. The site will be able to see the contents of your screen. All right, invite teammates. Do I skip this?
Yes. Yeah, just give this.
All right, and then I click on backlog. All right, I'm on the screen you're on.
Hey Rajat, can I share my screen to?
Yeah, sure, please.
Yeah. So are you able to see my screen?
Yes, I can see it. You have to click on continue.
Okay.
Software
Then
development, first one, yes.
all of them,
Yeah.
and then continue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it takes so much time.
No worries, it'll come, it'll come. Good things takes time. So, did you start with your this? Yeah, okay, it's there, it's there, it's coming up, it's coming up. You logged in with your Gmail, right?
Yes, yes.
Then okay, it'll come, it'll come. It's coming. Yes, create.
Not familiar.
No, yeah, yeah. Click on not familiar, and in that name your project,
Uh-huh.
you can give that healthcare management. Healthcare management project. Let's just see what it comes up with. Yeah. Can you make MNP capital? Health
Okay, yeah.
management project. Only MNP, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, now hit that get started.
Give me a moment, Rajat.
All right. Yeah, I believe you're there. Just on the bottom right corner, click on dismiss quick start. Bottom right. Dismiss quick start. Okay, wonderful. All right, you are there. No, it's okay. No need to go ahead with that. Now you have to follow along with me. All right, so I believe we all are here. Okay, so now what you would be doing up in here is, say, what do we have here is, we have your, see, you will see two things here. One, you would see HMP Sprint 1, and another one you would see backlog. Okay. So here it is talking about Sprint. Now, yesterday we saw that You should understand.
Rajat,
Yes,
have you
please.
shared your screen because I'm not able to see that?
Okay, let me reshare. Just give me again. Yeah, I just reshared
Yeah,
it. You see it now?
I see.
Wonderful.
Yes, right now I'm able to.
Okay, great. So see, we have discussed this yesterday that you go with Agile, then you have Scrum. Inside Scrum, you'll be going with sprints. Okay. And sprints are going to be those short-term development cycles. And at the end of, so let's say you have an application, you would divide that into some functional components. And at the end of each sprint, you will get that functional component. That's how it's going to be. Okay. So now here, while looking at this, what do we have here is we have these two. So basically, I told you that first we have to start with the product backlog where I will have all of our project requirements. So this is going to be your my bad. Product backlog. Okay, where we're gonna have all of our requirements. Okay. And this is also showing a create button here. This you need not to click. You have to click onto this. Under backlog, there is a create button. You have to click here. This is where you are supposed to click. Okay. And when you click onto that, you would see like this. So don't click onto this. Okay. And to avoid any problems, you see that HMP sprint, you can just now you'll have this backlog here. Okay. So we are not supposed to go with the HMP sprint now. We have to go with this one. Okay. And you have to click here. Okay. Now, when you click here, you would see this, what needs to be done, something like this. So you have to then click on this drop down. You'll see different options. You have to pick up story. So you need to make sure that the icon looks like this. Okay. If it is some different icon, click on that again, go with the options and pick up the option which looks like this. This is actually for user stories because here we're going to add user stories. Now, yesterday I have shared with you a document which is all about what a user story is, right? So that's how it is going to be. Now, here we'll be adding some backlogs, right? User stories requirements. First we'll add, then we will discuss what it is all about. For that, what we're going to do is I'll share this link in the chat. You can hit this link. This is actually a sample HR project. We'll just pick up the user stories from here. I'll tell you about this project later. But right now, we're going to borrow some user stories from here. This is more like a an online application, online banking application. Okay. So we're going to pick up some of the backlogs. So backlogs, which are like user stories, that will pick up from here. Okay. So as you can see, there are a lot many. So you can pick up any one of your choice. We are going to take 10 out of here. Okay. So let's say if I start with transfer money. So I would write here, transfer money, and I hit enter. You see, it automatically becomes HMP1. That's my backlog ID. I can take another one, manage accounts. You can pick up any one of your choice. It's not that you have to write what I am writing here, but it is good if you can go with the same. Then we have map, customize.
So what do you prefer, to go with yours right now or just pick whatever?
Your choice. That's okay. That's okay. That's not gonna create any issues later. That's okay. Doesn't matter. We're just creating the user's requirements. That's it. It could be anything. Manage deposits. Get bank details. Statement. Search. Just 18. I'm just typing in there and I'm hitting enter. That's it. We'll go with 10. So if you want to make some changes, if you mistype anything, you can just click onto that and you can make those changes. You can close that again. Okay, I'll need one more. That is analytics. Okay, I got my 10. If you want 18.
I have my 10 also.
Okay. Wonderful. I've shared these documents with you already.
Najat, can you share it again?
In the chat?
The document. Yeah, document the yesterday's file.
Yeah, sure, of course. I'm gonna put all those in the chat. All right, I have put that all up in the chat. Okay, so now see, now I'll tell you a bit about what actually we are doing up in here. Okay. Now see, we have created product backlog here. Right? Now this product backlog, where let's say this is our some application, which has these requirements to be going with.
Hello.
Yes, but
Oh, my bad, my bad.
okay, no problem. All right. So basically, what do we have here is we have this product backlog. Where you have all of your project requirements in the form of user stories. Now, what is a user story? So for that, I have shared a document. You can go into the details when you have some time, right? But here you can see user story is more like an informal, general explanation of a software feature specifically written from the perspective of end user. So nowadays, it's not that you need to put up all the technical details into a requirement. You can just see what user wants. And we'll go with an example quickly like this. Okay. So here you can see that we have some of these user stories. Okay. And if you combine all the related user stories together, that makes an epic. So epic, you can say it is a collection of user stories. And to be more specific, it is a collection of related user stories. As you can see, all these user stories are about user authentication, right? Okay, now you might have heard these two words. One is authentication. Another one is authorization. Can anyone tell me what's the difference between these two? How would you differentiate authentication and authorization?
Authorization lets you into the system, and then authentication makes sure that you actually are who you say that you are.
Okay. Actually, both of these things that you said are for authentication only. Because authentication talks about who you are. Okay. And that's why whenever you are going to do something with a system, right? Or you're trying to get into a system, you'll be first facing the authentication procedure because it needs to verify who you are. Are you allowed to come in, get into that system or not? Authorization is all about what you can do once you are into that system. So first that would be authentication, that which will check, which will verify who you are. And then authorization is all about what you can access. What are your rights to do into that system once you're in? Okay. So authorization is all about what you can do there, and authentication is all about who actually you are. You have to verify your identity. This is all about the identity. This is all about your access rights, like what you can do there. But that's okay. It's a bit of technical stuff that we need not to go into. Now here, when we are talking about user authentication, this is an epic. Now it's more like a specific functionality. Okay. Now to implement this user authentication, it's more like your login. In simple words, if we say that's our login screen. So onto that login screen for your application, what features you are looking for? Username, password would be there. Then there will be a login link, right? There should be a forgot password, all that, and login also. See, in Jira, when we tried to log in, it was giving us an option to log in with Microsoft account or Google account, right? We opted for Google and we logged in there, even without creating any specific user account for Jira. We did not do that, right? We used our Google identity to log in into Jira. That's how it is. So based on to that, let's say user has told these your BAs and product owners that it would need a login screen, a forgot password workflow. User wants the account to be logged if there are too many failed attempts, right? Okay. Google login support, like users can log in if they have Google ID, Facebook ID, or Apple ID, they can log in into that. Okay, this is application. Now user login screen. Now see here, what is missing here is the technical details, right? User login screen, how many of the text areas will be there, right? Okay. Forgot password workflow. So forgot password workflow, they just said that, okay, we need a forgot password workflow. Now there are multiple ways that this forgot password workflow can work. You can have click onto that forgot password. It will ask you for your username or your email, right? And then you say next, and it will simply send an email with a link to reset your password. That is one approach. Another approach could be that as soon as you click on forgot password, it will ask you for your username or email, and then it will take you to a screen where it might ask you some secret questions. And based on to that, it will decide whether to reset your password or not. Okay. Another way, it could directly take you to a page where it will ask you to just share your email, and it will send a temporary password on your email. So there are multiple ways that this forgot password workflow may work, but nothing is specified here, right? Lock account after too many failed attempts. Here also technical details are missing, right? Account should be locked for how long? Like 1 hour, 2 hour, 24 hours, 1 week. Nothing is specified. Too many failed attempts, 3, 5, 10. Nothing is specified. That's why these are user stories, because it is user's perspective. What was user story? User's perspective. User as in your client, right? So that may or may not be technically literate. Okay. So that's why they just tell you what they want as a feature or as a functionality in that application. Now, it will be your technical development team who will go into that and come up with more of those technical details, but that will be part of the implementation. So this is like your backlog, product backlog. These all will be coming in. From there, it will go to the sprint backlog. But when we will have the involvement of technical team, then they will talk about the implementation details that you're seeing up in here. Let's say to implement this. Now, these user stories will be divided into tasks. Now, task is where the real action would be happening. Now, this is all will be created by your technical development team, which is we have designers, we have programmers, and we have test engineers. So we had those like design, development, and test. All those people who are working into those. It's not necessary to be just the designers. Better I should use the phase, not the roles. This I should get this rid of. I would write development. So design, you can have solution architects, you can have database designers, you can have UI designers. So they will be doing the design. Then development, you'll have programmers, front end, back end programmers. Test, you'll have those test engineers up in here, all right?
Rajat, I have a question.
Yes, please.
So, as we said, the backlog is going to created by the BA and a product owner, correct? So these stories are going to be there, but these subtask and
I'll tell you
the
at which stage these will be done. Yes.
okay.
These will be done when you will have an involvement of the technical development team. You can see here in this, when we go with the sprint planning. So you can check here. Let's say if our sprint duration is 1 month, 1 month as in, let's say 4 weeks. Okay. Now, user stories are there in the product backlog because this is what product backlog. Backlog, which is not done yet. Product is your overall application. So whatever has not done yet in your application comes here. So like your overall application user stories, those will be appearing here in the product backlog, which is already prepared because this product backlog is a prerequisite before you start the sprint planning. So this your BA and product owners will be getting up in this meeting. So because before they start anything, they need to know what they are going to create. So that answer of what is lying here in this product backlog. Then they'll put up this product backlog that, hey, from the client, we got these. Okay, like login, transaction, like shopping cart and payment and all that. Okay.
Mhm.
Then during this, now you see, this is if it is a 4 weeks sprint, they are going to do the sprint planning, this meeting for 8 hours. So a full day would be dedicated just to plan what we are going to do in the next 4 weeks.
Mhm.
And this is for sprint one planning
Yeah.
because we are going to go with multiple sprints. So this is sprint one planning. And in that, they will pick up some of these user stories. So let's say out of these 8 green bars, which are our user stories, they have picked up 3 to be implemented in this sprint. And that becomes our sprint backlog. That, okay, in these next 4 weeks, we are going to implement 3 of these user stories. Because I have told you this earlier, everyone, that software development is all about implementing the user or your client requirements into like as a feature or functionality in your application. That's what you do in development. So out of these, how many of you would be implementing as a feature or functionality that you'll pick up in the sprint backlog? But then it goes in the discussion with the team, technical development team, because they are the hardcore technical folks who would be actually do this implementation, design, development, test, everything. Then what they would do is user stories are like this. The one that we saw here. This is how you see user story, user login screen, forgot password, all that. No technical details. But as and when these are exposed to these technical development folks, they will create these small, tiny, you see these blue bars, right? So these blue bars belong to these folks. This is our development team. So they will create tasks out of it that, okay, if they need to implement user login screen, right? Let's say one user story is user login screen. So they would be doing. Someone would be designing the login page, some would creating those icons and images. Your developer would so this is like for your designers, like UI designer, graphic designer. Then this would be done by your front end developer, implement login page HTML. These two could be done with your back end developers, or you'll have your database folks. They will create SQL scripts. SQL is a database, right? We will also learn SQL in this training. And creating web services. This is your backend team. Hooking up the login page to the web service REST API. This will be created by your backend team, but this will be implemented by your front-end team to, have these web services working with this login page. So this is, now see, this was all like, okay, we know what this is all about. But this you can understand only if you are a member of the development team. This is like
Yeah.
hardcore technical stuff. And these, what we are seeing in here, these design login and all this is all these tiny blue bars. So that they will create.
The subtask they will create. That's
Yes.
what.
Yes.
Okay.
Subtasks will be created by the technical development team. It is not the responsibility of BA or a product owner to create this. No. BA and product owners will get the requirements from the client. They might polish those requirements in a way that, after multiple discussions with the client, they can say that, okay, no, this is not something that we should go with and all that. Removing, adding, making changes, all that they can do. Technical stuff, all taken care by these technical development team.
Okay. One more question.
Please.
It's not like related to this, but so I worked on a ADO board also, and ADO board has a Takian, like which is a AI robot which creates all, like basically does thing for you, and you just polish whatever you think that's not correct when you just give them the user stories, or maybe just like explain the what do we want in that project? Do
Yeah,
we
it's
have
like
anything like
backlog
that?
grooming.
Yeah. Do
Mhm.
we have anything like that in this Jira Scrum or no?
No, not yet, but they
Okay.
are incorporating a lot of AI tools. Now they are claiming because see now AI is being incorporated into
Yeah.
almost everything, right? So they have their AI stuff, right? But they are not, you see here, it can create a whiteboard to plan your work, right?
Yeah.
That's where it can do. So they're gradually, integrating AI as in where they can. But yeah, it'll be here soon. Right now, it's not there.
It's not there yet. Okay.
Yes, right now it's not there. So I believe we all have created this up in here. Okay, I'll be jumping on to another session now. But yeah, so you can keep this here. It's okay, no need to save or anything. Just make sure that you log in with the same account tomorrow as well. It'll be here. If you want to play around, you can create another project and play around. We'll proceed from here tomorrow. Okay. Do we have any
Sure.
questions before we call it a day today?
Rajat, how you doing? Yeah, I'm still here in India. I'll be back the 16th of June, so I'll be logging in here in the mornings. Um, and yeah,
No
it's good to
worries.
be back.
No worries, no worries. That's not gonna be an issue. All right. All right then, yeah. Have a great night, folks, and see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys. Take care.
Yep. Bye.